the latest,
ButterBrain.
kind of newish sax player in ButterBrain. Since you're kind of new to the fold, what bands did you come from?
Rowan the Nomads, that's where the ButterBrain tie-in came in. Carl was a trombone player in Row, and so he said, they need a sax player in ButterBrain, so he ushered me into the fold. So that was like 2.5 years ago, maybe. So it's been a fun ride so far.
All right. What did you think when the Mighty Pastels called it quits a few years back?
I was at the last gig at Irving Plaza with them, and I'd seen them, I don't know, maybe 6 times, and
Was that the 20th anniversary of Let's Face It, or was that another show?
No, I don't think. Well, it was their last tour, so they pulled, their boy from the Jimmy Kimmel show. He was at Irving Plaza.
Wow.
So it was incredible. It was sold out. It was an incredible show.
Kimmel was there?
Yeah, he was there. Yeah. He flew in because he was still working the show, so he flew in for that show, and then flew back right away. But it was amazing.
Wow.
I mean, such an amazing show. Yeah.
Okay,
And it felt like the end. It felt, even though no one knew, because they played a lot of their repertoire like over the years. They played all the hits, and they had children on stage. One of their sons came out and danced, so it kind of felt like kind of like they were, but no one knew at the time. Dope show though. Dope show.
Yeah, that sounds like a dope show. I wish I was at this show, but you can't be in them all.
But it was amazing. Yeah. I mean, I've seen them. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll come back in a different form.
Right.
Who knows?
They might have a reunion one day.
I mean, Dickie can't sit still.
Right. If people want it so bad, one day they'll call Joe and Dickie. They go, "We're going to pay you that much," and they'll be like, "No one can say no that much."
I mean, so many bands get back together for the tours because right now that's where bands make money. So, you can never say never. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll.
Okay. What drew you to your instrument, the saxophone?
I think it was the sound. Because in 3rd grade I wanted to play it. Like I was into music like from the get-go, kindergarten, and choir and everything. And then 3rd grade I wanted to play sax, but in my school district you couldn't play sax until 5th grade. So, but in 3rd grade you could play violin, viola, or cello. So I played violin in 3rd. Then 4th grade you could play. Don't trust me.
What about?
Because I played.
Did you ever play the clarinet?
I did play clarinet because in 4th grade you could play clarinet or flute, and I chose the clarinet because of the reed.
And you probably thought flute's pretty gay.
Well, no, I didn't know at that time. I didn't know the fingerings were the same for sax. I should have played flute. So in 5th grade, finally the sax came to me. So it's been a marriage ever since.
Okay, what were your favorite ska
sax player?
Ska groups and
the specials.
reggae artists.
Oh my! Well, it's wow.
Up.
I mean, Bob Marley as a young kid, because they played him on the R&B station, so that's the first reggae I heard, and then Peter Tosh, and then as you grow older, Dennis Brown, Toots and the Maytals.
What about early ska groups?
The Specials, the Specials are great.
I mean, what about
Fela Kuti? I know it's not really ska, it's like kind of its own style, but Fela Kuti, Fema Kuti.
Yeah. What about the old 60s ska groups and all that?
Oh man, well, I mean, I didn't really. My parents were into country, so I found all this on my own. So like the Specials, Ranking Roger,
English
Beat, a lot of English.
What about
Which one?
Prince Buster and Desmond Decker?
Oh well, Desmond Decker's, he's immortal, and Prince, and I mean, if you go into Supercat, like when I was a kid, like Supercat, when he came on the scene, that kind of woke me up too. It was like, reggae can be in a different form. So so that's how that went.
Okay, were you ever into stuff like Metallica and the Big Four?
Oh yeah, because I played guitar too as a kid. So so as a kid, I got into Dokken, Van Halen.
What about
Metallica? Bad Brains. in college, Bad Brains, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
What about the Misfits?
Oh yeah, the Misfits.
What
Yeah.
about the new wave of British heavy metal, like Maiden and Priest and Saxon and
Maiden was appealing. Yeah, I got into Maiden too. As a kid, I was into the fast stuff, so I was like,
Motorhead?
I was playing like fast, into George Lynch, Iron Maiden.
What about stuff like Venom?
I wasn't really, I didn't really get into Venom.
It's influenced.
I was
it
more
influenced
into
all the big four people.
I was more into the.
They were in that scene with them.
True. I got more into the metallic, the melodic kind of metal, and like Van Halen was a big influence, and then Prince, the fact that Prince played
Prince influenced
all
a lot of
instruments.
people.
Yeah. I mean,
He played everything.
right. And so so the fact that I was playing, guitar,
What
sax,
about
keyboards.
things like the Misfits?
Yeah, I didn't really get into the Misfits as a kid. That was way later. Like that was after college. Like college, like I've seen, college was like heavy Fishbone, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Bad Brains, and I've seen Chili Peppers,
Right.
8 times. I've seen Fishbone like 10 times.
Right. I've seen Fishbone twice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What about stuff like, have you seen Diamond Head?
No, I've never seen
Diamond Head
that.
are still rolling at the Thunder now.
Oh, really?
They still go out there. They still do.
Wow.
They play, it's in Brooklyn, so I didn't want to miss the last train.
Oh, I gotta get. We're playing next.
Thank you for the
ButterBrain. Let's
Started from the start.
Let's start with your first name.
Well, I'm Brendan Styles,
Okay, Brendan. All right.
and maybe the
All right.
first band you might know me from is White Trash.
Yes. Well, let's see. I told this to the other guy off camera, but White Trash, they were every DJ, every punk show you ever went to, back in Wetlands, all that played White Trash. Every time I was going to turn around and go, who the hell is that? It'd be like 5 songs ago and I'd forget.
That's so flattering.
Or I'm leaving and I forget then. And then I never turn around. And plus, you only really had 2 albums and it kind of went away pretty fast.
Yeah, well, the first one was the big one. It came and went real quick.
Yeah.
But then what was fascinating was that group of people had such a diverse pool of talent that everybody went on to make more records.
Right.
Nobody ever caught that lightning in the bottle again. That's what's so amazing.
Like Aaron was in Murphy's Law.
But before that, he was in 417 with other local friends
nice.
from Bayside High School and Francis Lewis High School, Queens, things.
All right.
I moved right to Manhattan because my buddy Leo was putting me up. As soon as I left college, my mom said, "You're paying rent." So I said, "Well, if I'm paying rent, I ain't living here, Mama." So I moved into my buddy's house, who had some loot. His parents were putting him up. They bought him an apartment at NYU area, and then I started doing my thing.
Right.
And
White Trash and a few other bands.
But White Trash was now in the rear view, so I went on to get signed separately. Aaron went on to do so many people went and made records.
Was it Soul Thing or a different band? What band?
Completely different band.
What was the band called?
The band was called the Erratics, and I was able.
I think I've heard of that, but I don't know it.
Yeah, well, if you like my voice, you'll like it. The point is that all of these talents that happened from White Trash when it was dispersed went on to make many records.
Yes.
And major label records, and never caught that lightning in the bottle again. Never ever had that perfect concoction where the timing was right.
Well, I kind of think that you have that now. ButterBrain is kind of the new lightning in the bottle.
Well,
you guys are amazing
that's
together.
That's very flattering, but we don't clearly we don't practice enough to be the best in the world. But secondly,
right. But I'm saying I think what you have together could lead to something almost as magical as White Trash.
Yeah.
Because I've heard both albums and it was magical at the time that was happening.
What's happened too, along those lines, is a lot of the players who are playing for the love of it. Yeah. Are still the players who are playing for the love of it. Now you you've kind of weeded out everybody. So I got this guy Ben here, we got some hardcore put it to you like this. What I'm trying to say is everybody who's still involved is a monster. But if we don't practice,
Right.
like we're only gonna be okay.
Okay, I got a question for you. What drew you to the trumpet? And singing. Let's get to both.
Okay.
Because you
Well,
do both.
Yeah, well,
And you're amazing at both.
the trumpet, thank you very much, man. That's really like, singing is where I like
Yeah,
fucking wanna
often when
hang
you
my hat.
lead, it's an amazing song that the other two people aren't leading
Thanks,
in.
man. That's so great.
Yeah, because you're kind of three lead singers.
I started playing trumpet, and I didn't want to. It was something that was like a mandatory thing in high school, and the teacher said, "Oh, he's got talent." And then my mom got me private lessons and so on and so forth, and it got me into school and White Trash and all these cool things.
Right. What about
But
the
then
singing?
while we were in White Trash, Aaron taught me the Redemption song. All pirates, yes, they rabbi, right? And with those few chords,
You ever heard the Johnny Cash and Joe Strummer version? Love that one too.
incredible.
Yeah.
But point with Aaron is that I always joke around and go, he taught me how to play guitar. Because as soon as he gave me a few chords, I didn't care about the trumpet anymore. I really didn't, because trumpet is one note at one time. But now, all of a sudden, I had chords. And I could put my voice on top of that. And it just was so liberating and amazing. So I did that for years and years. And then I became a lead singer. And I did jingles and all that bullshit. And now here I am, 30 years later, and I've come full circle. And I'm like, I'm happy playing my trumpet with Aaron.
And probably my second or third favorite band in the scene. Rebel Mag is another favorite.
love
So
Rebel
are
Mag.
the non-residents. Love them.
I love him. I love them both.
How did you feel when the Mighty Mighty Bosstones hung it up for good?
I wasn't even aware of it, man. I'm such an old man.
wow.
I didn't know. You know,
wow.
like I looked at them from afar and went, oh, I respect those guys. You know, but you got to remember, like, No Doubt came out like after me. You know what I mean? It's so weird. I'm so old. I'm 55 years old, brother. So like,
You're older than me.
Yeah.
You're 7 years older than me.
yeah. But like that album, Tragic Kingdom, you can't find a bad song on that record.
No, definitely
Tragic
not.
Kingdom
I've
is
heard it.
amazing.
It's great. Spiderwebs
Yeah.
is probably my favorite, but Don't Speak.
Yeah,
Oh, sometimes I can't move when I hear that
Yeah,
song.
dude, it's great. It's all
Okay,
good.
what was your favorite original 60s and late 50s ska?
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, stop. So I don't even know where to begin because my father and mother were they were both musicians,
Yeah.
but not professionals. They were
Right.
educators first.
Right. My grandparents were music teachers, so there you go.
Well, there you go. My mom had a master's in music and education. She taught for years, but like my point was that because like my parents are old, but they were hip to new music.
How old? My parents
Well,
were
my
like
dad, if he were
80s.
alive, he'd be in his 100. And he'd be
Wow.
100, and my
They'll
mom's
definitely
90.
beat my parents.
Yeah, my mom's 90 now.
My dad's almost 85. My mother's Mick Jagger's age.
And that 15
That's like
years,
83 or something.
it makes a difference a little bit. But the point is that even though at the time they were geezers, they were very, very curious about new music. So like I grew up around like Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin and Janis and all that shit.
But what about like, did you ever get into Desmond Decker and Prince Buster? And the early Wailers?
No.
What about the early Wailers?
Yes, but that wasn't due to my parents. That was due to like growing up and then being like, oh my God, this guy Bob Marley's incredible.
Yeah.
And then like finding other reggae artists and really
ska
feeling
artists,
like nothing.
right?
Well, like there's Steel Pulse and
I love Steel
Black
Pulse.
Uhuru, and there's so many great bands. But like something about the Barrett Brothers and Bob Marley, who made that this kind of push pull feel that nobody else could replicate.
Yeah. Okay. What about the British two-tone bands? What are your favorites of those?
Give me an example, like flap, 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 flap. What do you mean two-tone?
Like the Specials, Madness, Bad Manners.
Yeah, they all have their spot, man. They like I
The
think
Selector.
yeah,
Those bands.
I mean,
Classics.
what's the old cliche? It's like we stand on the shoulders of giants. And that's like whether it's history, music.
Do you have a favorite ska core band? That
No,
is-
I don't even know what ska core means. Like I just know that I love that vibe of.
Okay, what about, did you ever get into stuff like the big four of thrash metal? Like Metallica, Megadeth,
No, well,
Anthrax,
that might be
Slayer?
fresh to you, but like to me, that was a lifeblood. Like I like Metallica when I felt like nobody liked Metallica. And then Master of Puppets came out and the whole world knew who Metallica was. And I was
Right.
like, I knew it! I knew it!
What about stuff like the Misfits? You a big fan?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Listen, what's really fun,
What about Black Flag and Discharge? You a fan?
all that. I was just gonna say, like, I keep finding newer documentaries that I didn't know existed in the punk rock world. And it's great because anybody, like what you're doing right now, you can come out there with a camera and be like, bam, 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 and
What
interview people.
about the new wave of British metal? Maiden, Priest, Motorhead, Diamond Head, all that stuff.
I was
Saxon.
really young, but I loved Maiden. I love Maiden because I played classical.
Everybody loves Maiden.
Yeah, but it's like I have a reason because I played classical music on the trumpet, which I
Nice.
really didn't love, but like all of a sudden I have the melding of like what I'm studying that my mom is forcing me to do
Well,
and
then-
the metal that I love, and it's like,
And then you hear,
Dave Malmsteen did that for me
and
too.
then you
by the
hear
way.
2 minutes of midnight. And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the first Maiden song I heard. I'm like,
2
oh shit.
minutes.
Holy
Come on,
shit.
we gotta go in.
To
Let's go.
midnight. All right. What about hair metal? Got any opinions
Hair
on
metal
it?
always grossed me out, and I asked my dad about that, and he goes, "Well, girls are attracted to people they're unthreatened by, and so girls are kind of attracted to girls. So that's
Okay.
why all these men who were dressed as women in the '80s were fucking
What
successful doing
about
that.
what about the New York Dolls that influenced them? You got any thoughts on those guys?
I feel like they're so way ahead of them that you can't even compare. You know,
Okay,
I guess
what about-
it lays an influence. It plants the seed, but
What
it's
about
a
the
decade
clowns with the light show? Kids, you got opinions on that?
before. The clowns, what?
With the light show, they had quite a light show. I've seen it.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're not talking about the killer clowns. You mean the
I'm
rap
talking
guys?
about Kiss.
Oh, Kiss. Okay, that's separate too. I don't mean to disappoint you, but if you're presented with Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin before Kiss, Kiss seems gay. Sorry, and that's
It's
just
fine,
like I'm
it's
old
fine.
enough
Your
that that's
opinion,
what
right?
happened, huh?
Everybody gives their opinion.
Yeah,
What
I-
about
like-
things that all the Metallica influence, like Pantera and Slipknot and Cannibal Corpse? What about that?
What about it? What do you mean? I don't understand the question.
I'm saying, do you like all that?
I think that Metallica definitely has influenced all that, but it's not just Metallica. It's a whole bunch of shit.
True.
You know? Yeah, man.
What do you
Just keep
think
going.
of harsher things that influenced them, like Venom? Venom was definitely in that thrash metal scene and
Venom
influenced
and
all of them.
Slayer. Yeah, absolutely, man. I don't know. I don't even
All
have
right,
an
you gotta
opinion.
go on stage soon.
I do.
Thanks for your time, man.
I do. And Anthrax is funny. They're a local band, and the SOD
I love
thing they
Anthrax.
did. Yeah, the
SOD, amazing.
amazing. Like maybe better than Anthrax.
Did you see any of the Misfits reunions of late?
No.
Oh man, I saw one.
Are they new? Like how new?
Yeah, like since
a year or
2018.
two? Oh wow, that's new. That's fresh. Yeah.
You should go see it
Yeah, I
next
gotta
time
go
they
see
play.
that. I gotta go see that.
If
'cause-
they ever play Manhattan, they might go do another run and play there. Yeah, they played Madison Square Garden. I missed
to
that one.
Ritz?
I saw them in the Prudential Center. It wasn't the best sound. Suicidal have like bad sound. Misfits only had bad stuff in intros. That's it. And like half of one song was fucked. It was their intro. Death Comes Ripping. We only heard half of it. But that was the only bad stuff about it.
Yeah, I mean,
They kicked ass the rest of the time.
maybe with like ButterBrain, they didn't rehearse enough.
All right, man. I'm going to check out some second set.